Christopher Small here from the Art of Lawyering, and I wanted to talk to you today about a couple of lessons that I learned from watching the Kenny Chesney concert. So I went to a concert last night with my wife, Kenny Chesney, country artist, and it was an awesome experience. And there were a couple of things there that I thought could be used in law firms, in our law firms, to build them up. There's some great lessons there. I came up with 5 lessons that I thought we could use. And when you think about going to a concert or to anywhere, you know, I spend a lot of time enjoying myself, obviously, but I also spend a lot of time thinking about, what did it take these guys to get there and gals? What did it take? What does it take to perform at this level, to get these results, to do these things? And I imagine what it would be like if I was there. And that's where I want to be with my firm, and I'm assuming that that's where you want to be with your firm too. And we can get there, right? But we have to think about these things, just like Kenny Chesney, just like any other top performer does. And those are things I want to talk with you about today. So, one of the things that I noticed, we went to the pretty much the whole concert. I think there were 4 acts, and we caught parts of all the acts. And one thing that I noticed about each act was that the sort of the technical aspect, the showmanship, got better with each act. So the first act, but he was a great singer, but it was like not very many lights, nothing exciting going on. The second guy, maybe he had some light show. He was more creative. He was better, but he wasn't nearly as good as the third guy. The third guy, Jason Aldean, he had fireworks. He had a real show. He had a light show. He had all kinds of good things going on. The fourth guy, Kenny Chesney, he was the last guy. He had the full-on light show. He had fire. He had all kinds of stuff. He had tons and tons of showmanship, and that's what made it really awesome. So that was the first thing that I noticed. The second thing that I noticed was that the headliner, that Kenny Chesney, even more so than just the light show and things like that, but the choreograph, the style of his show was better across the board. And by the way, you guys can probably hear my dog Piper in the background. He wants inside. I'm not gonna let him inside until I'm done with this video. So say hi to Piper sometime if you get a chance. But what I noticed was that Kenny Chesney's show was awesome. He did a great job of getting the audience up, then he'd go to a slow song, then he'd build the audience up again, then he'd go to a slow song. And that's the kind of progression that those guys want to get the maximum effect out of the crowd, and to also have the crowd have sort of maximum enjoyment, right? It's just that story arc. You take them up, you take them down, take them up, you take them down, and you finish on a high note. You let them get out, and it's all good. So that was the second thing. Now, and so how can we use these things? I forgot about that, I guess, right? So lesson 1, right? The progression as the headliners come on. The point there is just that over time, I think we all get better with practice, right? We all are continuing to refine our shows and bring our game up to the next level. So we just need to understand that if we're not Kenny Chesney yet, that's okay. That we just keep working, we keep performing, we keep battling day in and day out to get better. Right? The second sort of lesson learned was that if you want to be great, you got to take time to learn the fundamentals, and then take the time to prepare and practice, so that when you get on stage or when you're executing your law firm vision, you are bringing it to the next level, right? My guess is that to go back to this second topic, is that the guy with the first guy on, the sub headliner, he probably hasn't really thought a lot about showmanship or taken a lot of time to really think about it and plan it. Whereas Kenny Chesney, my guess is he knows what he's even going to say before each song. He's thought about that far out. He knows what he's going to do to get the crowd pumped up, all these things. All this preparation, all this planning, that's what leads to good results. Same with your law firm, right? And this goes back to sort of planning the experience of your firm. So you have the opportunity to make every client interaction, every vendor interaction, every opposing counsel interaction, you have the opportunity to plan all of those out. Okay, and by doing that, you're going to increase the level of professionalism that that your firm sort of evokes in people. Okay, number three. The third thing I thought about too was then, with these two things in mind, that the music is not as important as the experience, right? So Kenny Chesney, for example, he's no better necessarily than the other guys. Jason Aldean, he's no better than hold on a second, Piper. So Jason, I apologize for that, guys, but hey, we're just going. So Kenny Chesney, he's not necessarily any better than Jason Aldean at the music or anything like that, but he's done such a great job of building those story arcs, of doing those things, that the experience with Kenny Chesney was by far and away the best one. And the lesson there is I think obvious, right? So for people, for your firm, I can guarantee you that the lawyering that's done is not as valuable as the experience that people have with your law firm. Okay, if you are timely calling people back, if you make them feel like they are cared about and appreciated, and then you deliver even the basic results of what you promised, they're going to have a much better experience than if you never call them back, if they don't get those emails returned, if you're not on time as promised. That's the kind of thing that is going to create a bad reputation for you. Okay, number four. This lesson is a little booze goes a long way, right? The bar was open the whole time. When they got to Kenny Chesney, everybody was kind of a little tipsy. And the lesson here that I got is that, you want to be giving your clients something, okay? When they come in, give them a folder at the beginning. Every time you file a motion, send them a copy. Every time you do anything, let them know about it. Write them a letter. If you have a good phone call, write them a little short memo letter and just say, hey, I want to keep you in the loop. This is what's going on. The more stuff that you can give them, the better they're going to feel about the experience too. They're paying you a lot of money. And it's sometimes the only way that they can know that you're doing any work or doing a good job is by giving them this kind of stuff. That's what they want to see. Fifth and foremost, not foremost, another thing that happened that was pretty cool was, so about 3/4 of the way through the concert, Kenny had, I think the guy that came out first, come out with him and sing a song. And everyone else was having a good time, but what I was thinking about at that time was, wow, that's so cool, and also so nice and so smart of Kenny to basically mentor this guy, because what he's allowing him to do is come out and sing a song under the bright lights. There's like 50,000 people in the stadium. Everybody's all jazzed up. The lights are on, the show is going. He gets to come out and experience that as a performer, see what it's like at the next level, and then get a taste. Right? You can also then have the confidence to know that he can perform at that level, which is also an amazing thing. So this goes back to your staff, your associates, anybody that you have with you. It's important to give them some real game time experience, even if it's just one song, right? Even if it's just them cross-examining one witness, or going all out and going through an entire motion hearing, right? Something like that. Or handling a potential client meeting, or handling a client update kind of a meeting. But whatever it is, make sure that you are taking the time to think about how you're bringing your staff along, how you're bringing your associate attorneys along, so that your overall experience, your overall firm can continue to grow, continue to get better, continue to kick butt. All right, so that's all I got. Top 5 reasons. I'm going to start doing these videos once a week. You can go to YouTube, my YouTube channel. Just go to YouTube and search for The Art of Lawyering. You can find it, subscribe there. These will be on Facebook. But the easiest way to make sure you don't miss these out is to just go to theartoflawyering.com/newsletter. Sign up for my newsletter. I'll be sending the links out for this every week with a little synopsis of what's going on. I'd love to see you there. I'd love to learn more about you. Appreciate you being here, and hope you get a little bit out of this. So I'll see you next week, and take care. See ya.